It has been said that there are three levels of faith, and I, for one, have recognized them in my own life. And as I've matured, I have seen how I've progressed through all three of them. And the first level of faith is I don't want to go to hell. So we do what's good because we just want to avoid hell. We want to avoid punishment. And most of us, as children, teenagers, new people to the faith, we start out there. But then we progress into the next one is I want to go to heaven. Heaven is a great place, and I just get so excited at the thought of going to heaven. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to go to heaven. And it's everything right. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to avoid hell. You should want to avoid hell. But as you mature and you realize it's not just about heaven, I don't want to hurt God. I love God and I don't want to sin because I don't want to go to hell. And I don't want to sin because because I do want to go to heaven, but I don't want to sin because I love God and I don't want to hurt him. So I don't want to say that I'm any kind of holy person. I'm a mature person. The wrinkles on my face prove that. And I have matured in my faith, and I finally got to that place where I was like, I don't want to do anything that would disappoint God. I don't want to make him sad. I want to make him happy. I want him to be proud of me. Well, this, I realize today, is an allegory for all of our relationships. And of course, most specifically, our marriage. In our marriages, well, let me give you an example first. I was selling books once. I did a book sale in Hallmark, and it happened to be just before Valentine's Day, or it might have been Valentine's Day itself. I think it was Valentine's Day. And people were coming in left and right. And of course, my book is called The Super Couple, and some people bought it and save your relationship. It's a great gift, blah, blah, blah. But I remember this one man running in, and he said, I don't want to be in the doghouse, so I got to get a card. I remember thinking, what an awful reason to get your wife a card. I want to get it because I don't want to be in the doghouse. All about me. I don't want to get punished. I don't want her mood. So I'm going to get her a card. Well, how the heck does that feel good? And forgive my use of the non-swear word, but I use that for emphasis. If you were her, how would you feel being handed a card from a guy who's getting it to you just so you don't complain and put him in the doghouse? Here we go, check the box, fulfilled my obligation. Well, that's love. And I think that is so comparative so comparable to saying, I just don't want to go to hell. I don't want to get in the doghouse. I don't want you to complain or moan. Okay, so you're right. You wouldn't be in the doghouse, but she wouldn't feel loved. And then maybe you go to the next level is I just want peace in my house. I just want peace. You know, I want my wife to be happy. Now that is not bad. That's better, right? I want her to be happy. But it's more about I don't want peace in my house. It's because it's more about me, right? I just want the house to be happy and this will be good. But see, those first two are still focused on me. I don't want to be in the doghouse. It's all about me. I want it happy in the home. It's all about me, in a sense, right? A little bit differently. But if you purchase that card and say, I love my wife, I love my husband, and I want her to feel loved. I want her or him to feel so happy. And I'm saying the her because it was a man who came in. I want to please my wife. And buying this card would please my wife. Do you see how that is so different? Do you see how for God, I want to go to heaven because I want to be with you, God. You're my creator. I'm in love with you. I want to please you. I would never sin because I just want to please you. Wife, I would never want to say anything to hurt you. I would never want to do anything that would displease you because I love you so much. thinking about it, it's like the initial states of dating, right? When you're first dating, you don't want to do anything to hurt that person. But as those stages wear off, you don't care and you go back to being selfish. All of us, men, women, we go back to being selfish. Like, oh, what can I do so that I'm happy? What can I do to get the most out of this marriage? What can I do to not make them complain, to shut them up, to make them silent? I hope this analogy helps. Maybe you have a good marriage. Maybe you have a super marriage and you're always wanting to make your spouse feel loved. Maybe for you, you should make the analogy then, is that how you treat God? Or for those of you that have a very strong faith, you love God and you want to please him, are you doing that in your marriage? I think each of us watching probably has an area that we are weaker and one that we're stronger. And for me, I'm stronger in my desire to please God than I am in my desire to please my husband. And I fail. So I have to try to think selflessly. What can I do to make my husband feel loved? Because I love him. Let me know your thoughts. Where are you on this continuum? Because no matter what, we need to love the Lord our God with all our hearts, all our souls, all our strength, all our being, and love our neighbor as ourselves, which means love my spouse with all my heart, all my soul, all my strength, and all my being. Either way, it's a little bit of work, but eventually it becomes joy. I'm Dr. Christy Bacon. Thanks for watching this informational Bacon Bit. And as always, remember to live your life sunny side up.